A German bar in Paisley, wouldn't that be great? Yes, it would be, and hence we want to establish our own German bar in Paisley. But first, let's face the local industry. Is there a market for our bar anyways? There are more than 30 bars in Paisley, including the Bull Inn, Gabriel's or the Cave. These are typical Scottish pubs which are located near the centre. These bars only offer typical Scottish and also Irish beer, including beers like Belhaven Scottish Ale, Belhaven Scottish Oat Stout, or classic Irish Guinness. There's no German beer inside. In addition, most bars serve classic Scottish delicacies like haggis, but also classic burgers, pizza and more. However, according to our research, there's no German bar in Paisley. So there's no German beer, no German food, and no German parties. All in all, the industry is well established and has been stagnating for years. There have been no innovations or major changes in recent years. So, this is definitely a business opportunity. So let's go to the Paisley and SWOT analysis to confirm this assumption.
If we want to analyze our business environment, we use the Paisley analysis. Paisley stands for political, economic, sociocultural, technological, legal, and environmental factors we have to keep in mind. For political factors, we have to keep in mind that taxes on alcohol are relatively high here in Scotland. Also, we will have to pay corporate taxes and stick to hygiene standards. For economic factors, we have to consider that there is an exchange cost between pound and euro. Especially as we want to import German beer, this is very important for our business. Also, we have to keep an eye on inflation here in Scotland, as well as the interest rates. If we analyze socio-cultural factors, we see that many students live here in Paisley. Also, there are many Erasmus students and students from other nations. So, here in Paisley, the average age is relatively low. Also, when it comes to students, we have to keep in mind that there will be vacation times during which most students will travel home and not be here in Paisley. For technological factors, we have to keep an overview over all the different payment systems that customers will expect from our bar. Also, through which channels we want to market our bar and advertise. Especially for a bar, legal factors are very important. In order to sell alcohol, we will have to purchase a license. Also, it is not allowed to give discounts on alcohol, and we will have to provide security. Environmental factors are easily explained. Here in Scotland, the weather is a huge issue. It is very important to provide enough space for people to sit inside.
For further analysis of our environment in Paisley, a SWOT analysis is recommended. With the help of the analysis, we can answer the following questions. Where do we want to go? How do we get there? And what might get in our way? So let's move on to the analysis. S stands for strength. So what advantages does our company have? Where do our strengths lie? The first strength is our unique selling point as a German bar. We will be the only German bar in Paisley. No other bar will serve German food or German beer in German ambience. In addition, there are regular German parties which can be celebrated in Paisley. For example, the Oktoberfest or the Carnival. The popularity of the German party culture is also another USP. So let's move on to the weaknesses. W stands for weaknesses. So what should we avoid? What should we perhaps improve? There are already over 30 established bars in Paisley, which indicates a high level of competition. The establishment of a new bar is therefore more difficult. Furthermore, no brand has been established yet, which means that you can be quickly replaced by a bigger competitor. In addition, there are high investment costs for the space, the staff and the equipment. Let's move on to the opportunities. O stands for opportunities. Which trends could we benefit from? How can we turn our weaknesses into strength? Due to the monopoly position as a German bar in Paisley, above average sales and profits are expected. There's also the option to expand the bar to Glasgow due to its proximity. This would lead to a further increase in sales and the strengthening of the brand. Let's move on to the threats. T stands for threats. How are the competitors doing? Which weaknesses pose serious threats? The number of potential customers will tend to decline due to the upcoming Brexit. In addition, costs could rise due to higher import duties. In addition, there's a small risk that a German bar could not be accepted in Paisley due to cultural differences. All in all, this SWOT analysis shows that there is a high chance of success for a German bar in Paisley. Based on the Pestler and SWOT analysis, the assumption that there is a business opportunity for a German bar in Paisley was confirmed. So what exactly do we mean by a German bar? First, the German beer. It is known worldwide that German beer is the best. Paisley shouldn't be excluded from the taste, so we want to import the beer. Secondly, the German food. To every beer belongs something reasonable to eat. Jägerschnitzel, potato salad and sausages are just the beginning. There is much more good German food we want to offer. Third, the German atmosphere. The interior, the music and German celebrations complete our German bar. Who doesn't want to drink beer, eat a Jägerschnitzel and enjoy the typical German music called Schlager? We are convinced of the idea, but what do the citizens of Paisley think of this idea? We went out into the streets and asked the people. Have you ever been to a German bar?
I've not, no. Okay.
No.
Yes.
You have? Yes, I've been.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you go to a German bar?
Probably try it. Probably no.
Yeah.
Have you ever tasted German beer?
I don't remember. I don't think so. No.
I have not. No.
I've tasted it years ago. I used to drink beer for years.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I'm not really a beer drinker, but I did like it. I tried it.
I'd give it a try.
I like it, yeah. Of course.
Would you taste a German beer?
Of course.
I'd try it, but I've tried beer before. I didn't like it.
What do you expect from a German bar?
A massive glass of beer.
Big, massive
Yeah.
pint glasses and big jugs and
Yeah.
Beer.
Sausages.
TV with the football match.
A lot of
It is quite clear that many people would come to our German bar in Paisley. Thanks to our survey, we got more ideas for the bar. For example, soccer games on TV. In addition to the positive ratings and the successful survey, there are many findings of our Pestler and SWOT analysis. These have shed on the light on the following areas: legal issues like licensing, financial issues like taxes on alcohol, and social barriers to a different culture.
In the product video, it was clearly stated that there is a market and also a gap in the market for the German bar. The Pestler and the SWOT analysis shows that this possibility can be achieved with the current concept. In order to put the theoretical concept into practice, we would like to implement the following 5-point plan. The 5-point plan for the establishment of the German bar. The first step is to find a suitable location in Paisley and to produce the necessary goods. This includes furniture, beer taps, beers and food. This is followed by securing the financing. For this purpose, the four owners should secure the necessary starting capital as far as possible through equity capital. If necessary, a loan must be taken out for the remaining amount. After the fixed assets and the corresponding findings have been secured, the construction work on the bar begins. At the same time, trained personnel must be sought. In order to adapt the current concept in more detail to the customer wishes, further market research and for the target groups should be interviewed to refine the concept. At the same time, marketing and advertising for the German bar should start it. The last point on the 5-point plan is now to open the German bar. The cost of opening the German bar is around £60,000. In addition, also there must be calculated with £2,007 for marketing cost.
So let's summarize the business idea. A German bar in downtown Paisley offers a great business opportunity. The bar serves German food and drink in a German ambience, and that is exactly our USP. There's no German bar in Paisley, but in Glasgow we see how extremely well such a business can go.